Hello everyone. Yeah. Sorry, last week kinda got delayed on the videos and stuff, but I do still have some information on the ancient medicine. I just did not feel like putting it out. It was just totally a week that I needed that whole mental break. And I wasn't feeling well. I'm still trying to recover from everything that I have had. But I'm not going to mention it because I don't want to get, YouTube issues. But I think I'm finally getting my energy back. So hopefully this week I can put out a lot of videos, including some of those on the ancient medicines, like I was trying to do last week. And my cat is probably going to knock this video over. But this week I'm going to be covering the fentanyl crisis that we seem to be in, and it is literally everywhere. But according to the CDC, 107,375 people in the United States died of a drug overdose and drug poisonings in the 12-month period ending in January 2022. A staggering 67% of those deaths involved synthetic opioids like fentanyl. Some of these deaths were attributed to fentanyl mixed with other illicit drugs like cocaine, meth, and heroin, and many users unaware they were actually taking fentanyl. Only 2 milligrams of fentanyl is considered a potentially lethal dose. It is particularly dangerous for someone who does not have a tolerance to opioids. So, I've actually had a couple of people just ask me what fentanyl is. It is a very potent synthetic opioid drug. It was approved by the FDA for use as a pain relief and anesthetic. It is approximately 100 times more potent than morphine and 50 times more potent than heroin. What is its origin? Fentanyl was first developed in 1959 and introduced in the 1960s as an intravenous anesthetic. It is legally manufactured and distributed in the United States. Illicit fentanyl pharmaceutical products are diverted via theft, fraudulent prescriptions, and illicit distribution by patients, physicians, nurses, physician assistants, nurse practitioners, and pharmacists. From 2011 through 2021, both fatal overdoses associated with abuse and produced fentanyl and fentanyl analogs and law enforcement encounters increased markedly. According to the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention, overdose deaths involving synthetic opioids, excluding methadone, were involved in roughly 2,600 drug overdoses, which resulted in death each year in 2011 and 2012, but from 2013 through 2021, the number of drug overdose deaths involving synthetic opioids, excluding methadone, increased dramatically each year to more than 68,000 in 2021. The total number of overdose deaths for this category was greater than 258,000 for 2013 through 2021. These overdose deaths involving synthetic opioids is primarily driven by illicitly manufactured fentanyl, including fentanyl analogs consistent with overdose death data. The trafficking, distribution, and abuse of illicitly produced fentanyl and fentanyl analogs positively correlates with the associated dramatic increase in overdose fatalities. Now, common street names: Apache, China Girl, Chinatown, Dance Fever, Friend, Goodfellas, Great Bear, He-Man, Jackpot, King Ivory, Murder 8, and Tango and Cash. Clandestinely produced fentanyl is encountered either as a powder or in fake tablets and is sold alone or in combination with other drugs such as heroin or cocaine. Fentanyl pharmaceutical products are currently available in the following dosage forms: oral transmucosal lozenges, commonly referred to as fentanyl lollipops; effervescent buccal tablets, Ventura; sublingual tablets, Abstral; sublingual spray, Subsys; nasal sprays, Lozanda; transdermal patches, Duragesic; and injectable formulas. So how is it abused? Fentanyl can be injected, snorted, sniffed, smoked, taken orally by pill or tablet, and spiked into blotter paper. Illicitly produced fentanyl is sold alone or in combination with heroin and other substances and has been identified in fake pills mimicking pharmaceutical drugs such as oxycodone. Fentanyl patches are abused by removing its gel contents and then injecting or ingesting these contents. Patches have also been frozen, cut into pieces, and placed under the tongue or in the cheek cavity. According to the National Forensic Laboratory Information System, national estimates based on all reports on fentanyl, both pharmaceutical and clandestinely produced, increased from 4,697 in 2014 to over 117,045 in 2020, as reported by federal, state, and local forensic laboratories in the United States. Fentanyl, similar to other commonly used opioid pain relievers, produce effects such as relaxation, euphoria, pain relief, sedation, confusion, drowsiness, dizziness, nausea, vomiting, urinary retention, pupillary constriction, and respiratory depression. Overdoses may result in stupor, changes in pupillary size, cold and clammy skin, cyanosis, coma, and respiratory failure, leading to death. The presence of triad of symptoms such as coma, pinpoint pupils, and respiratory depression are strongly suggestive of opioid poisoning. Drugs that cause similar effects include other opioids such as morphine, hydrocodone, oxycodone, hydromorphone, methadone, and heroin. Fentanyl is a Schedule II narcotic under the United States Controlled Substance Act in 1970. So that was just a little bit about fentanyl. I will continue to upload videos through this week with different aspects of basically everything involved with it, as deep as I can get. And I do need to put the disclaimer that I am in no way trying to promote the use of the sale of this drug. This is something that is very dangerous, and we need to bring awareness to it. I am going to try to get a couple of different people to come up on panel and talk about it. I have not reached out to them yet, so I don't know if they will agree or not, but I can always hope. So the live discussion for this topic will be scheduled for this weekend. I just have to look at my work schedule to see what days I'm going to have to be there and not home to do it. So if anybody has anything specific that they want me to cover with this, please leave it in the comments. Have a good night, everybody.